Hello, this is WUAS, World University and Schools news and question and answer on Monday, January 23rd, 2023 at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. That's 7 a.m. Pacific Time in the California West Coast time zone. And it may be 7:30 p.m. India time and Nepal time, possibly 8:30 p.m. Nepal time. And I think today people will join us from Nepal and potentially from Cameroon, West Africa, and possibly from Ghana, West Africa as well. Tilak from Nepal may join us, and Mwende from Cameroon, and Sadik from Ghana. So as we wait to see if these potential bachelor degree students for World University and School free degrees join us, I'd like to announce that World University and School is offering a live CS First with Google at World University and School programming course in this time space, and potentially beginning today or next Monday, to bring the CS First with Google at WUAS programming course, learning the Scratch programming language, into maybe a flipped classroom situation where Tilak and Mwende and possibly Sadik can explore learning Scratch from the CS First with Google at WUS course platform. And Mwende, I think, has already finished the course last spring 2022, but the course seems to be changing as well. And then in this time space, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, USA, on Mondays, we would explore other aspects of Scratch programming, and possibly even with Lego robotics. Reaching over to get a little Lego robot build of a primate, a gorilla, and that is codable with the Scratch programming language, and could make learning the Scratch programming language and robotics from home very fun. As we wait to see if Tilak will join us from Nepal, I think he said he would, but last week we didn't get connected until 50 minutes after the start of this WUAS news and question and answer at 10 a.m. Eastern Time USA. So curious how the time zone differences, if it's 10 a.m. in Pennsylvania and 8:30 p.m. in Nepal, work together. And amazing that we were able to meet. That recording is on the youtube.com/Scott McLeod World University and School platform. And we explored a lot of other aspects besides CS First with Google at WUAS. Namely, could Tilak help begin and these are by way of news items in this WUAS news and question and answer on 1/23/23. Could we begin a Nepal World University and School in Nepali with CS First with Google at WUS being the very first course? And could Tilak help orchestrate this, translating the course itself into the Nepali language as part of a computer science focus for World University and School and for growing Nepal World University and School. So that would be one new news item and direction that Tilak might help create a whole new Nepal World University and School in Nepali. Two, Tilak might help create this in the Creative Commons 4 licensed CS First, Computer Science First with Google at World University and School course. Three, that Tilak could potentially help also with his friends and colleagues and fellow students in the Nepali language translate the Scratch programming editor as distinct from the CS First with Google at World University and School course, translate the Scratch programming language itself, the programming editor, into Nepali. A fascinating way for Nepalis to both learn programming and to teach it as they figured out what language to use in Nepali in each of the Scratch programming blocks, for example, in the MIT Scratch programming editor. And fourth, could we develop in Nepal World University and School in Nepali further WUAS home robotics, and potentially with students getting in their homes who might be on an engineering bachelor or PhD path, Lego robotics kits. The three Lego robotics kits that World University and School is authorized to carry are We Do 2.0 and Lego Spike Prime and Mindstorms. Lego has developed further these robotics kits since we became an authorized reseller in the USA. So we would have to work out how World University and School could possibly make these available in Nepal itself, besides Tilak going to the authorized Lego distributor, if there is one, in Nepal or in nearby India or similar. And could not only students in Nepal get these Lego robotics kits in their homes for WS Home Robotics track with Scratch programming language. So they work together and would be great for learning home robotics and for the development of even humanoid robotics in Nepal, possibly moving from also a Toyota humanoid robotics platform like the THR3 with its parallel master maneuvering system in which a human can sit, put on a bodysuit, as I understand this, and begin to code the THR3 next to them, both with wires and wirelessly. Wirelessly is emerging. So could World University and School Nepali-speaking students who are matriculated for bachelor and free bachelor and free PhD degrees, courses, programs, get a THR3 in each of their homes as well at a certain point. I think that humanoid robots, as they become available in all 200 countries, will possibly follow a pattern similar to automobiles, where different models will come along and they will have slightly different capabilities as the car models develop through, say, the past century, from each other, from each company's cars. Similarly with humanoid robots, I think that models will come along and students will learn how to potentially program them. So Toyota's THR3 as the example here, even far differently than the car, as an autonomous system in a whole variety of ways. So the THR3 might learn not only to speak Nepali, the Nepali language, thanks to Tilak, Reina Megar, and his fellow matriculating students at World University School, but also learn the THR3 in each of the homes of matriculated students in Nepal for World University School, would learn potentially how to play all the Nepal musical instruments. So these THR3s would be coded with AI and machine learning differentially for all of the musical instruments, potentially all of the medical profession, medical specialities for medical doctors in the Nepali language, from surgery to psychiatry to general internal medicine and similar. So this is a fascinating possibility for WUAS home robotics in Nepali, in Nepal World University School, that Tilak might help with. And similarly, another quasi-humanoid robot, the Miko 3, that is about a foot and a half high and has a little face that has big eyes on it, and also a computer screen, and you can interact with it through a voice interactive system, natural language processing, NLP, that has certain parallels with Siri or Alexa or the Google Voice Assistant. And for the Miko 3 is currently for 5-year-olds, I think. And it's exciting because it's the most engaging robot out there, most engaging computer platform out there by some accounts for 5-year-olds. Kids love them. And kids are really engaged in an educational way as well with Miko 3. So there's also a lot of applications and programs on Miko 3 that are for learning. Miko 3 can teach and learn yoga and teach and learn freeze dance, for example. And Miko 3 also is mobile as a foot and a half high sort of humanoid robot. It has on the bottom, 2 wheels and a roller ball, sort of tricycle, that allow it to move around the room. Well, if Nepali World University School students could teach in the Nepali language for getting their degrees, Miko 3, to become a fully developing and fascinating humanoid robot for teaching and learning for all Nepalis, that would be great, and an interesting learning trajectory for not only free 4-year MIT OpenCourseware-centric bachelor degrees from home, engineering track, the WS home robotics track, also PhD, but also master's degrees potentially, and AA degrees, 2-year, first 2 years of college degrees, also high school degrees, and potentially even law and medical degrees, MD degrees that might last 7 years in total with residency and similar. So all opportunities for Nepal World University School in Nepali, thanks to Tilak, and thanks to Tilak for asking for a live CS First with Google at World University and School course. He hasn't appeared here yet, but looking forward to exploring how this course develops with Tilak. And in a similar way, these the Nepali World University and School language, Nepali Language World University and School at Nepal World University and School, as a kind of conversation with Tilak, Reina Magar, as a kind of example, could also grow from the CS First with Google at WS course in the country of Cameroon, West Africa, and also in the country of Ghana, also West Africa, with possibly Mwende Evande volcano in Cameroon and Sadik in Ghana. But this is involving making this CS First with Google at WUS course within the Google ecosystem and on Google platforms, quite a complex set of projects. And in looking into, again, the CS First with Google at World University and School course in recent days, and I've done a number of the lessons and projects, and seen in the iterating platform for CS First with Google at WUS, even images of what could be Lego bricks working together, knowing that Peter Norvig, a head of AI at Google Education with his Lego Institute 2, could be very interested in possibly Lego robotics with the Scratch programming language and this particular course, CS First with Google at WUS. How to further develop CS First with Google at World University and School for learning or developing as a very complex set of educational offerings in all 200 countries, languages, Nepal's main languages, and Ghana's main languages, and Cameroon's main languages, as IT platforms. And as I was looking through the CS First with Google at WUS course recently, and having not been entirely engaged with it last year or the year before, and similarly in the past few days in trying to get into it, finding that it might not have been working very well. Some of the instructions in the CS First with Google at WUS course asked you to do something in the Scratch editor, and you couldn't do it, like add the letters of your name to the stage. I'm wondering if there's a Tilak and Mwende and Sadik hacking opportunity to even make CS First with Google at WUS better and very engaging, and also work with the WUS home robotics track emerging, because playing with robots can also be very engaging and fun and creative, given these new technologies that are emerging, like the 3 or 4 Lego robotics kits and the THR3 with its parallel master maneuvering system and the MECO 3. So stay tuned. That's the WUS news and question and answer for today, January 23rd at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, USA. I'm going to post this to the YouTube World University and School video recording channel, youtube.com/Scott McLeod World University. And maybe Tilak Reina Magar will also join us for a second conversation this morning in this WUaS emerging CS First with Google at World University and School live class that we may be planning for. So I'll post this also to Twitter, twitter.com/WORLDUNIVANDSCH and twitter.com/WUASPRESS, the academic press at World University and School with its educational services stores for books and music and computers and robotics and hospital technologies planned in all 200 countries, and for speakers of all 7,151 known living languages. Just as a last news item that just came to mind, glad that Stanford MindPi recently published a great op-ed about their recent developments, that their lead programmer, Nicholas, wrote, and who has become a blockchain expert. And much in this article is about the Stanford MindPi KYC, know your customer approach, to identifying who is using and how they're using Stanford MindPi among their 35 million members that they report. All of this is fascinating, possibly for World University and School potential collaborations with Stanford MindPi, and even as a further news item, in collaboration with World University and School's planning for coding for 7.9 billion people on the planet, each a Wikidata PIN number, to potentially distribute a single cryptocurrency via UBI experiments and to end poverty, that would also possibly be correlated with electronic medical records in the World University and Schools, 200 medical schools and 200 teaching hospitals, potentially in all 7,000 known living languages. So check out this Stanford MindPi Know Your Customer article. It's about much more than KYC. It gives a fascinating overview of where cryptocurrency is today. I think it mentions the other two possible main competitors, of which Ethereum is one. Maybe Sidalis is the name of the other cryptocurrency. I hadn't heard of it before, that they mention. I think they're all serious cryptocurrencies and on the mainnet blockchain, which is an evolving entity in itself. The Stanford MindPi KYC Know Your Customer approach would not be anonymous in some ways, but it would also be private, and it would potentially address questions of illicit and illegal behavior. And it would be very different from cash, from paper money, from coins, and fascinating to see how this might even help alleviate poverty. Apparently, this article suggests that this Stanford MindPi has offices in more than 200 countries. World University and School is seeking to be in all 200 countries on the planet. per the Olympics. I think there were roughly 206 countries in a recent Olympics or two. Could World University and School, in possibly facilitating Stanford MindPy for all the people on the planet, also get reimbursement from departments of education in all 200 countries per student per year via Stanford MindPy in an even more complex ecosystem of World University and School platforms in collaboration with the Google ecosystem of platforms. So email address for World University and School, if you know of people interested in free bachelor degrees, for example, beginning this autumn, and beginning with CS First with Google at WUAS to matriculate in, is meeting@worlduniversityandschool.org. And worlduniversityandschool.org is the email address. Twitter.com/WORLDUNIVANDSCH is the main Twitter feed. The languages Twitter feed, planning for all 7,000 languages at World University and School, is twitter.com/SGKMACLEOD. I'll post the recording of this video. Looks like Tilak Reina Magar has not yet joined us. I'll post the recording of this video to World University and School's 6 Twitter feeds, meeting@worlduniversityandschool.org. Until next Monday, January 30th, 2023, 10 a.m. Eastern USA time, I'm Scott McLeod. Bye for now.